So we got Jason's Barn. Jason's Barn is pulling pegs and heading to Ohio tomorrow morning. Jason leaves at 5 a.m., has to get his B1 at the border, and then he'll be heading to Northfield. The horses will be shortly behind him at 8. Leaving with Jason tomorrow. Ale Sun, she's not going. She's staying with me, and I'm going to qualify her on Tuesday. We're going to tinker with her tomorrow, see if we can't get her under control. She's there. Speed-wise, power, strength, it's all there. Just a little mechanical issue with her. We're trying to get her through. As I said, somebody had emailed me, Judy had emailed me and said, hey, Anthony, none of my business, and I don't want to be that person, but you think the hobbles would help? And originally I'm like, no, they won't help. She can go fast without them. I'm not so certain now. So we might put them on her tomorrow morning and see how she feels with them on. The whole point is just to keep her confidence in the turns. There's no point holding her together and trying to keep her trotting because she has to race in stake races on. Coming up this coming the 20th of June, I think, is her first stake race. So let's get her right for the 20th of June. Cavill Hanover trained in 2-2 at the firm on Saturday. If we have a spot Wednesday, maybe we'll take him to Mohawk and scoot him along. If not, it'll be the following Wednesday with him. As I said, July 1st, I'd like to have him ready also. He'll be really ready when he qualifies heading into July 1st. Cambridge Star looked good training. I actually went with Cambridge Star on Saturday. I was happy with him. Compass Rose DC was fantastic last night. Caught that knee boot, but still had the mental fortitude to push forward and drive through and win that race and drive away. So good for Compass Rose DC. Really excited about her. And the next one on the list, Globetrotting, and spend that money. All three of those fillies going to the Sire Stakes on the 12th. Globetrotting was very, very good in her qualifier. Compass Rose DC. She actually earned the first dollar of 2020 from those fillies, winning the non-winners of $60,000 in with aged horses last night at Georgian Downs. Johan races on Tuesday. My boy Johan made it back. I'm so excited to race him on Tuesday. Don't really care. He's picked for second. I just want to see him use his head. I was so surprised and so excited about how smart he was in the mile and the qualifier. I just want to see a progression on that on Tuesday, and that's really all I want to see from him. Mama Knows Best trained awesome. She's going to be qualifying Friday at Mohawk. Overdue Mission trained in 2 minutes on Saturday. She's going with Jason tomorrow. That was a last-minute add-on to the truck, was Overdue Mission. She's going to be heading to Ohio and qualifying Thursday at Northfield Park Thursday morning. Susie K, she races at Northfield Park on Wednesday. Her and Excellent Nation both race for Jason and Aaron Merriman on Wednesday. Stonebridge Simba is going to join Jason's Barn right after his qualifier Monday at Scioto Downs. Sebastian Yu, guys, I'm sorry, he's going to need a couple more weeks. I was not happy with what I saw Saturday at Mohawk. He was out of gear. He's there. He went a mile in 2 minutes, but he needs to do it fluidly. And I didn't see that fluidly. We can work with him. It's not a big deal. We'll get to the bottom of that. But he'll be back over training on Wednesday. We're going to make some shoeing changes, make some equipment changes, and have him back at Mohawk on Wednesday morning, hopefully. Really blue chip. Let's call a spade a spade. I'll take the blame for last night. You know, I let her trot off her feet coming out of the turn. She caught me off guard. I should have known better, and I really didn't think she'd make a break where she did. And I put her in a position to make a break, and she took advantage of it. I shouldn't say it that way. She worked hard in the mile. When I moved her, she had real bad intentions. She was coming with a full head of steam, and then we come out of the turn, and I just kind of gave her a head and tapped her on the tail, and she rolled off. Had I kept the bit in her mouth and let her trot forward, who knows? Maybe I'm second, maybe I'm third, maybe she keeps coming and wins in 58, but it was a good mile for her last night, so we'll put the blame on me for last night. Rose Run Valiant qualified very good. First time I've seen him in a while where he looked awesome was the other day. And I'm really excited to see him school. I'm not going to see him, but listen to how he schooled on Thursday and then see him racing the Buckeye, his first start back. Sometimes things happen. Our boy Sticks crushed him last night. He might have just hung on, but if you would have seen how bad he was hitting that bike, I'd said in the other section when we were talking about sometimes things happen on the opening, go back and look at the picture that Kelly posted on Facebook of Sometimes Things Happen, trotting. You'll see what I'm talking about. At the moment that picture was snapped, he actually hit the seat of the bike. That was him mildly hitting it. He was crushing it in the last turn when he was trotting as hard as he could, coming back up full stride and hitting him behind the seat. Got to get a bigger bike for him, his first start. Spend That Money was really good. Somebody said, she was okay. Keep in mind, please, for the love of God, this was her first start as a sophomore. off a qualifier. First start as a sophomore. She went out and raced in a race against aged horses. Aged horses. Not fillies, aged horses. After a monsoon, they went in, 54 in a piece? She trotted 57, I think 56 in a piece, 57, but raced awesome. James was happy, I was happy, and for anybody that wasn't happy to spend that money, you really got to take a look at where she was and what she was doing. That was a lot to ask for a filly, her first start out of the gate as a 3-year-old. Very happy to spend that money. As far as West 52nd, I believe Jason's going to have him entered for this Friday at Mohawk. If he can't get in there or that class looks a little tough after the race, we'll reevaluate and decide where we're going with him, but we have tons of options. So that's Jason's Barn. I'm obviously elated. I'm happy. We raced 3 tonight. I was a winner with Arctic Forest, beat a nose with Zeb Sunshine, and then was 4th with Giddy Up Max. I'll be back in a minute. We will talk about those 3-year-olds. Might do it as I'm driving over to Tim Hortons so I can get out of here. I'm sitting in the parking lot of Georgian Downs. We'll talk to you guys soon.